welcome to video number 17. Today we're going to do a mix of some lying down stuff and a little bit of standing stuff. So it's ideal if you have your mat near a wall so that you can use it to balance. If not, grab a chair so that you can have that if needed. You might not need it, so don't worry too much if you're feeling confident. Grab a pillow as well, and we're going to start with it folded in half so that it's got some puff in it, okay? We're going to keep it folded in half. You can also use your Pilates ball for this if you have one. And we're going to place it under the shoulder blades. So kind of around the bottom of the shoulder blades will be where the bottom of the pillow is. Knees can be bent, and you're going to support your head into your hands. And we're going to breathe in and melt our body back over the pillow as far as is comfortable. You might want to tuck through the tailbone to kind of curl under the low back if it doesn't feel good. Exhale, tuck the chin, and just come up to kind of a neutral position with your spine. So you're not really curled, but you are definitely using your abs to kind of get you up to this position. Inhale, melt back over the pillows or your ball if that's what you're using. Exhale, tuck the chin. Think about blowing out through a straw to kind of get that core connection. Inhale, melting back. Exhale, gathering up through the pelvic floor, through that core line from pubic bone up towards belly button and to the middle of the ribs. 2 more. Let your head be really heavy in your hands with a gentle chin tuck. And see if you can really isolate this lifting coming from the abs and not from the front of the hips. Good job. And then come back down. And you may even just let the head rest and take the arms out wide and take a nice opener through the front of the chest. If the hands up here doesn't feel good, you can always go out to the side as well. Good job. Nice. Okay. And then we're going to bring our folded pillow and place it between the inner thighs. Again, use a ball if that's what you've got and it's handy. And I like to have the folded part down and the unfolded, I guess still folded, but the open halves up. And then the feet are going to be about hip width apart, or where you feel like you have to put a little bit of pressure into the pillow or the ball to get the inner thighs on. Is kind of where we want to be. And then hands pressing down into the mat, nice and wide through the collarbones. Tuck the chin, widening the base of the skull. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, gently squeeze those inner thighs, pushing into the pillow with them. Inner thighs are a big muscle. They go from the knees all the way up to the groin. This brings on discomfort. You can take the pillow out and go to a butterfly. Inhale, opening. Exhale, pressing. Then bring your awareness to the core. See if you can bring in that core connection too. So feeling the inner thighs squeeze as the core gently draws towards your spine. Last one here. Good job. And then we're going to press the hands into the floor. Push the feet into the floor and lift your bum up. Inhale, lower. We're not rolling this time. We're just lifting straight up and lower. Keep gently pressing into the pillow with the inner thighs. So feeling the inner thighs, a little bit of core, the glutes, maybe the hamstrings, maybe the backs of the arms, the triceps. Good job. And remember, when we lift into a bridge, we're not lifting from the ribs, we're lifting from the glutes and the bum. Getting those hips up rather than just the ribs leading the way. 2 more. Exhale, lifting. Make sure you're pushing evenly through both feet. Make sure you can feel those big toe mounds connected to the mat. Well done. Take the pillow out and hug your knees in. Have a little rock and roll. Well done. Nice. Core is warmed up. We're going to come upright. So I tried to set this up so you could see my head and also my feet. Let's go for that. Okay. So I want you to take your left leg forward a little bit, right leg back a little bit. And then make sure that you're upright. So the ribs are on top of your pelvis. Again, you might need a mirror or your phone recording you to kind of check. I often use my phone recording or a mirror just to give you that visual feedback about where you are in space. And then we're just going to kind of pause into here. If it's too much of a stretch on that back heel, you can lift it up. Doesn't matter. And we're just going to get used to being here and pop your hands on the front of your hips and feel the kind of bony bit that sticks out a little bit. It's called your ASIS, or we colloquially call it hip bone. And then I want you to imagine there's headlights on it and they're facing straight forward. And then see if you can turn them so they're facing to the left. So the knee doesn't move. You keep the foot still. There's still weight going through that big toe side of the foot. And you've turned your headlights to the left. And then turn them back forward. Inhale, turn them to the left. Make sure the knee and foot doesn't move. And then back in. Good job. Try and keep your body upright as you do this. Going to do one more. You might notice all the weight wants to shift onto the outside of your left foot. See if you can keep it grounded. And back in. Well done. Now we're going to turn our headlights to the right. So we're opening up through the pelvis. And back to straight. Remember, we're still upright through the body. Try not to move your knee. Your knee's still facing forward. It's just we're opening through the hip. Good job. One more. Well done. So just working the hip into a bit of internal rotation and external rotation. Wakes up our hip rotators, which helps our pelvic floor out. Okay, now we're going to take the right leg forward, left leg back. You can either be down or up. I find up a bit easier when we add in the twist, honestly. So that's kind of my preference. And then make sure the ribs are facing forward, head's facing forward, gentle chin tuck. And let your glutes let go, let them get soapy and relaxed. And then we're going to, again, notice those hip bones. Have your fingers on them, is what I recommend. Ground into the foot. You've got the big toe mound connected to the ground as well as the heel and the little toe mound. And then you're going to turn those headlights to the right. And notice there might be a real difference from side to side in terms of how much motion you have. It's quite normal to be a bit asymmetrical. We're not symmetrical inside our body, so we shouldn't expect to be completely symmetrical in terms of the movement that we have. So keep that big toe mound connected as you turn your headlights to the right. Make sure you're not leaning forward or arching back. You're staying upright through the system. Good job. One more. Remember that knee's still facing forward, so is the toes. And back. And then we're going to go into external rotation. So our headlights now turn to the left, but the knee's still facing forward. Don't worry about how much movement you have. Just pay attention to keeping the knee facing forward, to keeping grounded through your foot. Good. And you might feel the work around your glutes, around those hips. Good job. Last one. Nice. Okay. Lovely. Well done. Let's do a little bit of side planking again. So we're going to come onto our right side. Knees in line with the hips, in line with the elbow, and the elbow under the shoulder. Press actively through there, lifting up as you exhale. Inhale to lower. Point that left rib down a little bit as you come up, and up, and again. Good job. Inhale to lower. Exhale, find your core. Good job. Change sides. Knees in line with hips, in line with elbow, which is under your shoulder. Gentle chin tuck. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Make sure that top rib isn't flaring up and away, but is kind of pulling down and in. Inhale, drop. Exhale, lift. Last one. Good job, well done. Come and lie down and take a rest. Oh, you did it. Good work. stretch out really tall. Reach your fingers towards the ceiling, or not the ceiling, behind you. And just melt. Well done. That was great. Have a lovely rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.